Okay, I canned the very end of the bushel of peaches that we bought this year. Didn't have our own peaches. So now it's sweet corn freezing time. And here's how the division of labor works. Right, Stan is out picking the corn and husking it. My hands aren't strong enough for that. Plus, he knows how to feel them to see if they're ripe or not. And then I bring them in here. I will dehair them. Once they're dehaired, then I will cook them. I will cool them off. Stan will cut them off. And I will freeze them, and I'll show you what that process looks like too. That's going to be a little while. It's going to take a while for these two big kettles of water to come to boiling. The cooler outside of water running. I'm going to fill this up, take them out, let the cold water keep running on it until they're cooled off, completely cooled off, till there's no more warmth in the cob. It takes a while. I can cook about 16 ears in the big pot and about 14 in the other, so that's about 30 ears that I could cook at the same time. These are ready to go outside. Mentioned, once I put them back in, like I just put another batch on, once they come to a boil, then I boil them for about 5 or 6 minutes and then cool them off in cold water right away. So this is how we cool them off outside. We keep running cold water in the cooler. When they're hot, they float to the top. When they're cold, they sink to the bottom. As a side benefit, the apple tree gets watered. This one is Jonagold. No, wait. This one is the Jonathan. The one next to it's a Jonagold. Okay, I put about 2 cups in each of these bags, not Ziploc bags, and then I put them in these food saver bags, 2 to a bag, seal them, label them 19. Oops, that's not very good. And then stick them in the freezer. Single layer. If you haven't used a food saver before, it keeps things in the freezer fresh a lot longer. Seals all the air out. So there I've clicked both the little lock things there. Push the on button. Start sucking the air out. The lights go on. That red light comes on. That means it did a good job. It's sealed. Lift it up. And there it is. If you put the corn straight in one of these bags without putting it in a plastic sack first and then try to put it in the food saver, found out what happens is this squeezes all the liquid out and it will not seal. And you can't throw it in like this either. I'll suck out, well, just squeeze out some of the air gently, not too hard or you'll pop it out. So just squeeze out the air a little bit, put a couple bags in there, and then seal it. This is the second dishpan full of cobs that we will throw outside, compost. So far I have 16 sacks and 2 generous, like 2 of these, 2 generous cups of corn in each one. Looks like we've got plenty of corn this year. We're going to have almost this much to do again on Monday. Now if you vacuum seal them like we did, they will still be, they'll taste just like fresh corn even 1 year, 2 years from now. So it keeps all the air out and it just does a marvelous job. What I do need to be sure to do, we have 3 full-size freezers, 2 chest freezers, and an upright freezer, is not to stack these in the freezer, to lay them single layer and probably put something else frozen on top of them. Okay, and we need to clean this up right away. The corn juice if it dries, it'll be like glue. Corn and applesauce, 2 of the nastiest things to work with to clean up if you don't clean them up right away. Looks like it's going to be about 32 meals today. A generous pint and a half. I looked and last year we did 77 bags. So let's see, 32 today. We did 9 yesterday. That's 41. We might come close. Maybe 70 bags by the time we're done on Monday. We started around 9 o'clock this morning. It looks like we will get done before noon. Oh, easily. We've got about 20 more minutes. Just have to clean up, make room for these in the freezer. If I didn't mention it today, the 2 varieties that we have, and we've got them mixed together here, the 2 varieties are Temptation and Sweetness, both really, really nice sweet ears of corn.